Very tough issues. We saw Rai some time ago getting kidnapped live on TV.
Oh, sir.
The next day, Rai relinquished Mumias. There's this lady, Anne, I don't understand her. She's too young to have such money. She's too young.
Ragala, don't say she's too young to have money.
She's too young to have, not to have money, to have such money.
To have such money?
Yes.
I mean, Ragala, you might not know.
Because if you can bring petroleum, refined petroleum, worth 17 billion, how much change do you have in your reserve? Because I don't want to call it an account. Because you can have a reserve anyway, even in your own house. How much change do you have?
That's a lot of money.
Now the question is, no one is telling us where the oil came from, the petroleum. Mara from Turkmenistan. And do you know why they're using that country? It's because it's one country that you can never get any information. It is as close-knit at South Korea as North Korea. It's a country where even owning a black car some years ago was against the law. It is a country that things are really tough. So, you can never get information from that country. What I'm telling you is true. You can Google and read about that country. It's a country where it's information. You see the way we read newspaper here. You can never find anything.
Yes.
So it is so closely knit, and for them to use that country, they know very well you can never get any information about Turkmenistan. You can't. So it's like telling you, we got this oil from North Korea, so you go get information then. Who will talk to you even? That's why it's easy to use a country like that. But if you say, I got oil from UAE, you'll get an answer in 10 minutes. We'll give you information UAE where and how and why you're lying. So we'll take it as true. The oil came from Turkmenistan because it's a country where you can't get information. It's more neat, it's more closely knit, locked of information than North Korea. At least North Korea leaks. Turkmenistan does not leak at all. $110.8 million is equivalent to 17 billion shillings.
Yes.
Oh God, that's money. What is the reserve of Kenya in dollars? In 2022, Kenyan reserve on dollars was 8-point-something billion dollars. It has gone down this year to around 7.7 to 7.9, somewhere there, billion dollars, which means we've lost. One, investors have left the country in droves, and many other things that have happened. That's why you see the dollar issue in Kenya is hurting, because Kenya reserve, you can check, has gone down by some amount. We were at 8, we are now at 7-point-something. So how do we survive this? One way of surviving this, your question is right. I told you more, everything is social. How do you enter an airport that is leaking roofs? It's raining and people are being rained on. Laptop, computers there, immigration. People will not come because they don't know whether that storm is even going to break down that place. So they'll hold. Mvua ishe Kenya tukuje, because where we are going to pass, it's literally going to be a havoc.
Also tell Kenyans who constructed that airport.
Issue.
We're actually going to talk about that.
It's okay. Who constructed the airport? Okay, it was constructed.
Yes.
Brother, who constructed the studio we are in?
No.
I'm just giving you an example.
Yes.
So if it leaks today, do you want to tell me the person who constructed did the wrong 2 years down the line? If it was constructed more than 2 years ago, because it was not constructed now, did we have rains in 2 years or 3 years ago?
We did not have El Nino.
We are not having El Nino. We were there alive and brother, in 1997, I was in school.
But the airport was not leaking then.
I saw El Nino in 1997.
Yes.
What we are having is high rainfall, not El Nino. If we talk of El Nino, and let's be honest with each other, because we're using names that are not supposed to be used. My brother knows well. El Nino is rain day and night, storm, mafuriko, what we call flood, and many other things. Surely, this above average rainfall is El Nino. If we are talking about El Nino, if we really know what El Nino is, we are not having El Nino. What we are having is high rainfall. So, if the building was built years back, it leaks some 5 years later, do you still talk about somebody who built a building years back? What is the mitigations? Do you have checks in the airport? Of course it rained. Okay, let me now ask. Now that electricity has gone, we've lost electricity 5 times. In 1 year and 2 months, we've lost electricity, the whole country 5 times.
Yes.
Basically, in every 3 months, we have to have a national blackout. In every 3 months, we have a national blackout. The question now again I ask, do you want to tell us now, because Uhuru was the president and he left, now electricity, this is some of these things, and I'm saying some of these things affect us a lot. Because we have to, there's a prudence in management of our country. Mm-hmm. If the first time we had electricity going and we lost electricity even on a runway, was it not a problem for our country? Do we have to go 5 times? I mean, hii ni mara ya 5, hii wiki ni mara ya 5 stima kupotea Kenya mzima, mara ya 5, even in the airport. Surely, how much do we need to use to buy a backup for the airport? How much? Can't we then, that 1 billion that was lost hovering around planting trees, couldn't we even think of getting a backup for the airport? Some of these things hurt a lot. These are the things affecting our country. Again, something affecting our country is how we handle people in JKIA. The first question again, do we have to have people who are coming to pick visitors from JKIA standing out on the sun? We've traveled other countries. I've been to other African countries. Example, Oliver Tambo International Airport in South Africa.
Yes.
Visitors who are waiting to pick the passengers who are coming with the plane, they come in a certain place. Then, well, the other guys are coming in, you pick them. It's only in Kenya where you find people are standing out, looking through the glass. Is Eric coming? Eric ako kule ndani, dule anakuja na bag yake. You're outside. Does it feel nice to make your fellow Africans look like mongrel? It's only in Kenya where people are rained on waiting for visitors who are coming from the other side. Secondly, do you have to harass people in the immigration? Did you see the bags? Prudence management. It's not bad to charge people on site, on whatever they have carried. But it is bad to make them cry. Can't we devise a nice way that we don't have people lining all over? We are shown bags. It's like a mutumba selling go down in Gikomba. Bags are waiting to be opened. And do we have privacy of opening? Or it is being opened in front of everyone. Because everyone was lining with his bag. So, ukifunguliwa mimi niko hapa naona vitu zako. Can't we find a way that these guys pass this way, then they leave this way? By the time they leave, you have to, the way we enter through checkpoints. Unaingia, unatoa viatu, belt, unaingia hapa, tena unaangaliwa hapa. You see, but hii sifurahi. This, how will it affect our economy during December? Brother, in December is when we have people coming to our country how to come and visit us. And in this December, tumepandisha national parks. In this December, tumepandisha museum charges. In this December, tumepandisha mpaka arboretum. Surely, arboretum unajua mtu anaendanga tu kulala hivi kurelax. And I'm doing this kurelax tu chini ya mti. Wapumzike tu. Jua ni kali, maisha ni ngumu. How do you charge someone to go and relax tu? You are charging him double the price from 65 to 115. Kwenda tu hata 120 something. Kwenda tu kurelax chini ya mti. How? Because there's nothing much someone sees in arboretum other than manugu tu zinacheza hapo. You know, in this December, the local tourists should have even have a reprieve because they are hurting economically. Then they can run away to that arboretum and relax. Eriko bana, sometimes you just need to go under a tree, ulale tu hapo. In this time, you need local tourists to have a reprieve. You could even have said, December holiday, 1 week, in the whole of December from 24th to tarehe mbili, all Kenyans, arboretum, whatever, is free of charge. Go and enjoy yourselves. Do you know what Kenya would have done? Wangeingia huko in droves, wangekunywa soda, wangekula nini, watoto wangedai hizo vitu za kupakapakwa, pesa ingeonekana. Now you're even driving them away. The guys who paint kids on the streets there, who sell those sodas, they'll have mega earnings. If it were me, the president of Kenya, Eric Ragalo, His Excellency, I would have said from 22nd to tarehe mbili, all the parks for locals are free. Go and see the animals. They are your animals. Your forefathers were there living with them before they had cities and houses. You will go see them for free. That will generate economy. But at this particular moment in time, surely, you're overcharging these things. Those lions will be in those airports forever. I mean, what do you call them?
The parks forever.
Parks forever. But many Kenyans will not go. Because the charges are exemplarily not possible. Because now, at this time and age, I am expecting the government to give me a free ID, to give me a free ID should I lose one.
Yes.
Eric, we are not supposed to be charged many of these things.
Yeah, it's actually...
We are not supposed to be charged birth certificate.
Yes.
We are not supposed to be charged ID.
We
are not supposed to be charged to enter a hospital. You are not supposed to be charged to give birth and get your kid to school. Some of these things are government provided so long as we are paying taxes. If you add a pain on me because of a birth certificate, you add a pain on me because I'm giving birth to a lady, a Ugandan lady in Uganda, and I'm living in Uganda. So people who work in Uganda today, I'm giving an example of Uganda, don't give birth there bwana. Usizae mtoto nje hata kama ni wako. Akirudi huku, hata kama si wako, hata kama ni wako bado